What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Royal King Brian, aka Brian, and we are now back with another Leave a Legacy Show episode. Today's guest is our biggest guest so far. I'm so glad we have him. My man is always busy. He's always making moves. He's always on the road. He's always impacting lives. And he is one of the freshest people I know. So I know I had to get a little dressed up just because I know he about to show off right now. He about to go extra hard. My brother from the city that never sleeps, my brother Rob, the maker of taste.
What's going on, family? What's going on? How you feeling, my brother? You see where I'm at?
Bro, I see you back in the hood, bro.
This is where I grew up right here. We got to show them where we come from so they know how far we had to actually overcome to get here, my brother. I'm so happy to see you, my brother. You look over there in Cali.
Thanks, man, bro. I had to get fresh because I already knew you was about to do it big, bro.
100%, 100%.
All right, y'all. So again, this is my brother Rob, the maker of taste, and we're about to get into these questions because people need to know who you are. Your story is crazy. Your story is fire, and everybody needs to know and witness the journey. So let's get straight into it, bro. So I know who you are. Who are you? Where you come from? And what is it that you do?
So my name is Roberto Vasquez, a.k.a. the Maker of Taste. 24 years young. 2 weeks from today, I'll be turning 25.
Nice.
Old. I was born in Dominican Republic. I was raised right there in that building you see right there. What? This way, 185th Street, right here of the block. I'm originally from Washington Heights. I've been able to conquer the world. What do? I help people find their greater self. So I help people financially, but I also help people spiritually and mentally because I found out that without vision, people perish. So I could give you the best things in the world. I could give you the greatest financial advice. I could tell you how to make $1 million. But if you're not ready mentally to receive the message, then it's going to go over your head. So that's what we've been doing, almost 4 years in the game. And I'm super excited for what's to come.
Yo, that's awesome. So, like I say, a lot of people sometimes, they talk about their journey, they talk about where they come from and where they're going. But you're a person that I've actually seen with my own very eyes, and I know that's a big, big thing for a lot of people. A lot of people like, if I don't see an example, how do I know that it's possible? So you're one of those people. I want to shout you out, man, because you really motivate me. I'm older than you, and you motivate me to keep going every single day. So I just want to say thank you for your journey. Thank you for your impact. And thank you for always sharing game.
I appreciate you, family. I appreciate that. And that's part of success. Success is being humble. I learn from you as well. That's why we're always trading ideas. We're always finding out how can we take this to the next level because seeing is believing. I do agree with you. Seeing is believing. But think about this. Who showed me?
Exactly.
Something one of my mentors said that really, really hit me. He said, who showed God how to be God?
Oof.
So sometimes you got to be the first. I understand you have to see it to believe it. But I didn't have nobody. Look where I'm at. I can show you. Look at the neighborhood. Who you see here with money? Where you see cars or the luxury? Like that doesn't exist. So I had to see it here first.
So we're going to talk just about that. So
yes.
We're going to talk exactly about that. You perfect segue. So I'm a person, obviously, I was born here. I was like, if you were born in the United States, you're born in the land of opportunity. You can do anything that you want to. Yes. But you're the first person that I know that has succeeded and you was not born here. So can you talk about that? Like, how did you take advantage of that situation? You're like, I don't need to be born there. I'm going to go no matter where you put me on the earth and I'm going to make it happen. Can you talk about that?
Two things, Jay-Z and Drake. What Jay-Z said, put me anywhere on God's green earth, I triple my worth. So listening to him, I always was inspired that my environment is created by me. No matter if I come from this is not my reality. This is just what my eyes can see. So, when I first came here, looking at this was like, wow, I made it from far. I came from DR, now I'm in big buildings. But as I was here, I started to look around like, yo, nobody here is successful, bro. Nobody here is representing us. Yeah, we got drug dealers, we got scammers, but they ain't representing what we do. They're not trying to impact. They're not trying to help nobody. So I had to really build a mindset that if, like Jay-Z said, if I'm going to make it to $1 billion, I can't take the same route. So I literally had to have such a belief in myself and what I could do as a person that quiet out all of this noise, quiet out being an immigrant, quiet out being poor, quiet out my parents never making more than $30,000 a year each. So if you really want to be successful in life, where you come from is irrelevant. Like Bill
Fire.
Gates said, it's not your fault you was born poor. It's your fault if you stay there. So I had to take matters into my own actions because right now we're in a space where people just complain. Oh, my this, my parents, my environment. That's cute, but you can't cash any checks with that.
You can't catch
Kobe
no.
Bryant said, "Booze do not block dunks." I'm gonna repeat that. That probably went over a couple people's heads. Booze, boo, don't block dunks. You can say whatever you want. You can put me in whatever environment. I'm still gonna win because that's the energy that I bring to the table. So for those watching this, get rid of them excuses. They're good excuses. Like it is true. Look, I come from a place where I was doomed to fail. The chance of me winning, maybe 1%, maybe less than that. But that doesn't mean it's not possible.
That is facts. That is
In the word impossible, it says I'm possible.
impossible. Exactly.
So all we got to do is make it happen. All we got to do is succeed. All we got to do is take it to the next level and not be afraid. I think that has to do a lot. You know, sometimes we're scared of success. Somebody recently told me, I want you guys to hear this. They said, "I'm scared to be successful because I'm gonna leave my people behind." And I feel like a lot of our people have that problem. I didn't know this because I never thought like that. I said, if I got money, then we all live. But you know, I think differently.
So
But that person said, that person literally
let's get
said,
right into this real quick. Let's get
yeah.
right into that because I'm going right there. Actually, we have some comments. Hello, we got a 100 clap. We got another 100. So we got some viewers. We got 6 people watching right now. But so we come from the same place. We're both from the Heights, right? Obviously, we like I know you said coming to New York, like that was like ooh, and then there was a point that you were like, I need more than that.
Yes.
So for me too, when I was growing up, I was like, yo, I'm from the best city in the world, but I'm from the hood though. Like I'm from the best city in the world in the hood. But actually, so when is it that you realized that you were like, yo, you know what? I need to stop doing this because I need to elevate my life. And what were the steps that you took mentally or like action wise that you were like, I need to stop doing this way more to life?
So when it's gonna be funny, the moment I realized, because this is something too. You don't realize you're poor when you grew up in the hood because everybody's poor. You have no awareness of your lack of money because nobody has money. I noticed I was poor every time I asked my mom for a pair of white Uggs and she said she couldn't get it. I'm like, can't buy $90 sneakers? She's like, no, mijo, because you know we gotta. That's when I recognized. So I would say age 10. This was what 2006. That's when I started noticing, you know. And honestly speaking, I love rap music, hip hop. So I'm looking at these rap videos and I'm seeing 50 Cent in the club, and I'm seeing 50 Cent candy shop. He got a Ferrari. I'm like, oh, how much does a Ferrari cost? I'm like, my mom can't buy me $90 sneakers. I'm gonna get a $500,000 car. So I could be honest on this. You know, I had suffered. I wouldn't know if it's a depression, but I did suffer for a long time, wanting to be great and not knowing how to be great. Like that was my biggest frustration. Like if you would have met me a couple years ago, and I saw you walking down the street and you was looking at me, I literally go up to your face like, yo, what you looking at, bro? Like I was angry, but people thought I was angry because I was trying to be tough. No, I was angry because I wanted to be successful and I didn't know how. So the lack of awareness, the lack of knowledge made me become bitter about life. So I always knew that my mom is right here. When I was 10 years old, I said, I'm going to be rich without working. I already knew these things were for me, but where were they? I didn't know. And my brother used to ask me, oh, you're going to get rich? So how? So how?
A lot of people get stuck on that how. I know when I was telling like a lot of people in my circle, sometimes my family, my own friends, I'm like, I'm gonna start a business, and they're like, how? You don't have any resources, you don't know how to run a business. Like, I'm gonna do this, and it's always on the how. I think it's very important for people to know that you don't need to know the how. The path is gonna clear up as you go along the journey, right? So
So a very good quote for those people. The how is irrelevant when the why is strong. If you know why you're doing something, you don't need to know how to do it. When you jump in the water, you don't know how to swim. But when you start moving around, you figure it out. Same thing when you walk. Nobody taught you how to walk. You didn't know how you was gonna walk. You just tried it. You say, okay, I got up. Oh, I fell. Okay, I did it again. Oh, okay, I see. Left foot, right foot. How to talk. Nobody taught you how to talk. You taught yourself how to talk. But the difference is that when we're little, our imagination is so big that we refuse to give up. When we become adults, we lose the imagination, so we let anything stop us. The
Fire.
how is not important. I don't know how I was gonna accomplish anything I accomplished, to be honest. Like if I look back right now, I can't tell you, oh, I'm gonna be this successful. How? I have no idea. I just knew I was gonna do it, but just I never knew how I was gonna do it.
That's fire. So for those people that they're like, man, Rob, I actually know who you are, or I come from that same environment that me and you both come from, and they're like, I want to be successful. I don't know how to do it, but I want to do it. I have a why. I have a burning desire. I just don't know how. But my why is great. What's some advice that you would give to those people?
You have to study what you want to do, and you got to study yourself. I feel like a lot of people do want to be successful. A lot of people from where we come from are very qualified to be successful, but they don't understand who they are. They can't be me. They can't be you. You need to stop. You need to find your own lane, and by your own lane, that doesn't mean do something different, but you got to understand that your approach will be different because we're not the same person. So, self-awareness and self-love will be the first step for anybody looking to be successful. Why? Because we were taught to hate ourselves. Why, when you see a white entrepreneur, you don't question it, but when you see somebody that looks like you're like, oh, it's probably a scam. Is this? Is that? They trying to get me. So why, when the white man gets you, you don't feel no type of way? When they sell you an iPhone every single year for more money, you never complain. You just go buy it. But if it's your people trying to sell you something, oh nah, bro, you gotta give it to me for free, or nah, bro, you gotta. So we have a bad stigma. So if you want to be successful, just really study your field. If you want to do real estate, study real estate. Go to YouTube. YouTube University, free 99. Study what you want to do so that you can be successful at it. So I think that's the biggest, because I feel like a lot of people believe that like just watching this, you're going to be successful. No, you got to learn what does it take, and how you going to know what it takes? By studying. There's a quote I can give to everybody. Self-education creates the millionaires. If you think somebody's gonna teach you how to be successful, it could happen. So, Mr. Miyagi and Karate Kid, something like that, maybe. But 9 times out of 10, nobody's gonna come save you. It could happen though. You could have a mentor. Like if you were around me, I could teach you how to be successful. But nobody taught me how to be successful. So I had to find my own ways, my own route. I had to do my own due diligence to really be like, yo, if somebody else did it, I could do it. Just a matter of when.
That is major fact. So let's get into this. What is the biggest hurdle that you have had in becoming an entrepreneur? Is it the people? Was it yourself? Was it the environment? What was the biggest hurdle and how did you overcome that?
The biggest hurdle. The biggest hurdle was believing I could. So
Say that again because
believing I could. I don't think anything could stop you. I don't believe that. I don't we're God's highest form of creation. I don't think we were made to be stopped. I think we stop ourselves. There's no person that could stop you. There's no situation that could stop you. Because I know people who came from worse than me and made it happen. So that means it's available for everybody. Your biggest challenge, my biggest challenge, is believing I could. Because remember, I come from parents who make 30K a year. So even me saying I'm gonna make 50K a year is like, and then 50K a year from a business, not from a job. You really gotta have courage to step out like that, because entrepreneurship is not like a job. Like, yo, one year you can make 10,000, next year you can make 1,000,000, next year you can make 500K. So your lifestyle can literally go up, down, worse, and then get better. So my first real hurdle is believing in myself. I always had immense confidence, but looking back, 4 years, I'm like, yo, I should have thought bigger from the beginning. I should have said millionaire from the second I started. But obviously, you know, my first goal was 6 figures. I feel like to be a 6-figure earner, you should think high. You should think 250,000. So you have to be bigger than, you know, what you are right now, because we get limited by who we are or what we are.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you guys something. When we walk, and this for everybody watching, and everybody's gonna watch it later. When you walk, do you walk looking down or you walk looking straight? You walk looking straight. So why do we look down where we at right now when we're trying to start a journey? We look at our circumstances today. Today, I don't know how to run a business. Today, I don't have money. That doesn't mean tomorrow you won't, or the next day, or the next day after that. So believing you could is probably one of the biggest challenges every single person go through, because it's something new, something scary. You feel like out of place. Like, yo, am I really gonna be successful? Is this really gonna work, or is it not? You know, we don't know. So give me a second. We're gonna switch around.
My man, like I always say, yo, my man is always on the move.
Always on the move. Take the parents out to lunch real quick.
Sheesh.
So definitely, brother, that's a great question. You know, I know both of our journeys can relate on that. That it's literally you versus you. That's why that song by Moneybagg Yo, Me Versus Me, I love it because it's literally every single day, you versus you.
Facts. So we already know where you come from. Where is it that you at right now in your journey? Like, we already know we came from being poor, from being able to, like, I'm gonna make it, to actually making it, to being one of the living examples, especially from our neighborhood. Because like I said, a lot of people, they're like, I can't do it. You did it. I've done it. And I know that you have helped so many people along the way to make it, including myself. You're the first person to honestly ask for help, and you don't even ask for a favor back. You're really like impact over profit. You don't really care about, you know, like money and stuff like that. Obviously, money is important, but I know that your calling is also impact and help people's lives. So, what's one of the most biggest successes that you had? I know you've been in the building with the Wolf of Wall Street itself. Jordan, but what is one of the biggest
success? A little difficult to say. I wouldn't even know what my biggest success is. I have helped create 6 figures. I have helped 6 people create 6 figures. I have taught multiple people how to create 6 figures. You know, I don't even brag about that. I don't even mention it. But yeah, I've helped people make 6 figures. People who've never made $40,000 a job. I have impacted thousands of people's lives. I think that is probably a big accomplishment. But I always knew I would do that. That's something I learned. Like, when you know you're going to do it, is what you do. Like, you don't. I don't even think. I'm gonna be honest on this call. Like, I downplay my own success, to be honest, because in my mind it's normal. Like, that's supposed to happen. It's supposed to be like that. But it's not. You know, in retrospect, like you're saying it. You know, when you start thinking the numbers, and that's something too that I'm gonna do myself, honestly. Like, I'm gonna look up the stats from where you're at, how many people made it there. Because sometimes I downplay my own success, because from the start I wanted to be so big that I'm like, if I'm not doing that, then I haven't really made it. But that's actually a false way of looking at it. So I think my biggest success is being an example for other people. I would pick that as my biggest success, because I feel like if I would have quit, so many people would have not been impacted, or so many people would have not learned, or so many people would have gave up on their dreams, because they're like, damn, if this guy can't do it, then I definitely can't do it. So that's definitely a huge accomplishment. And same to you, you know, just us staying consistent, never dropping the ball.
You have no idea. Like, a lot of people, when I started posting and people started seeing us together, they're like, you know, Rob, you know, the maker of taste. Like, you're a legend. Like, whether you know it or not, you're a legend in your hood and outside of it. Because I have people that like are from Florida. I have people from California that are like, yo, you know this dude? How do you know him? He inspires me all the time. So I think a lot as individuals, we're so busy and we're so caught up in our own thing that we don't really notice how impactful we are.
I agree 100%, my brother. I definitely feel that 100%. I think it's just that I'm so humble that I don't know why I can't, like, I look at other people highly, but I can't see myself like I made it there, which I have for the most part. But I love people, so I look for me because I want us to be rich. Make it towards the so
Guys, so the live is cutting off in and out right now. I'm not sure if you can hear me, Rob, but right now the service is cut off. I'm gonna see if I
I
can
hear
get
you.
you
I
back
hear you.
on. Okay, perfect, perfect. You're back on. So I couldn't really hear the answer, but let's go to the next one. We have a comment right now in the
Yes.
comment section that says, "Did you ever have imposter syndrome?"
Which means what? You have to educate me on that.
So that basically means like, do you feel like once you became successful and once you started making an impact that you were like, man, maybe I'm not supposed to be here. Like, why me? Like, why am I the chosen one? Or did you feel like, nah, I always knew this was going to be the one. I knew I was going to make that impact. And you didn't really have that imposter syndrome.
I can say a bit of both. Um, I since I don't take time to really think about it, um, I just feel like, oh, I haven't made it happen. But sometimes I do think about, like, what makes me so different, because sometimes I ask my partner, or I ask my business partners. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm teaching this person. How come they can't even do 1% of what I did? And it's like, because they're not you. But I'm like, bro, I'm not a god. I'm not Superman. I'm a regular human being from a regular place. So I feel like I have felt that at times. um but I also came into this like I'm gonna win regardless, because I'm me. And maybe that's cocky, maybe that's arrogant, maybe that's the confident. I don't know what different people call it, different things. But I have such a belief in myself, brother, that I can't fail, even if I wanted to, because when I'm failing, I'm still going. So literally, I just started. I just signed up to a course yesterday, about to launch a few businesses that I'm gonna talk to you about, so you can get involved too. And from the first thought, I'm already like, I'm gonna kill this. I'm gonna make this happen. I don't know how, but I'm about it. That's it. And I feel like a lot of people like that, because this is how I think. I don't know about other people. If we're God's highest form of creation, and we created in God's image, and God could create or destroy, and we're made in His image, means that if we're like Him, or like the being, then we could create or destroy. So He ain't bring me, because think about it like this, bro. This is a deep thought. What are the chances of us being on this live together?
Sheesh.
The chances of your parents meeting, the parents, their 10,000 generations backwards. Okay, me and you not dying in the hood, not getting locked up, not going to jail, not this, not going to the army, not going, like, right now. What are the chances of us being right here, right now? If there was a way to calculate it, it would be like a 1,000,000,000,000 zeros, and then whatever the number will be. So when I think about that, I'm like, we're supposed to be here. This is Earth, the planet of what? Humans. So Lamborghinis are for humans, jet planes are for humans, success are for humans, everything we do is for humans. So why is it not for me? Why is it not for you? Why is it not for that person watching? It's for humans, and we're all human. It was made for us. It was made by us, for us.
Facts. That is major facts. I feel like anybody honestly could become successful if they decide,
Yes.
but it's not just a decision. The decision is like the first step, but you got to put it. So let's talk about putting in the work and betting on yourself. I know you starting up you have your own business. I
Yes.
know you betted on yourself, like you said. I know when I talk to you and you're like, man, a lot of this stuff I'm just doing it because I know I'm spending some money right now, but I know I'm gonna get it back. That confidence, and like a lot of people will take that as cocky, but I think that's just having the ultimate confidence and betting on yourself. What's the importance of betting on yourself? Because it's very hard to get somewhere just on freebies. You're not gonna get nowhere on freebies. And I think a lot of people just want handouts, want frees. Give me this, give me that. What's the importance of you taking that opportunity and you like, I'm putting my own money on myself?
Um, it's funny because I always use Jay-Z references. I feel like he talks about all of this. But he said everybody's bosses till it's time to pay for the office. Them invoices separate the men from the boys. So if I want to be my own boss or the boss, what does the boss do? Write the checks. So if I'm looking to become something or create something and I want to have full control of the process, I have to put the bread up. A lot of people are afraid to invest in themselves, not sure why. You are your greatest asset. You, the person, not Bitcoin, not money, not the bank account, not the credit cards, not even the business that you do. You are the greatest asset because you are the one that's gonna either make this happen or not. Like it's literally up to you, the one person. So the more you invest in your mind, the more you invest in your ideas, you create belief and faith in you. So now imagine when the next person feels that. They want to be around that. They want to be a part of that. Too many people, like you said, they want it for free. I can't respect free. Because if you're not even willing to invest in yourself, why would I invest in you? Time, energy, or money. You're showing me that you don't believe in what you do because you're not putting up the money. I spent 85,000 last year in my business. Spent. And last year was so I spent on my business last year more than I made last 2 years before that combined. Oh damn, it's cutting
Sheesh.
up. So I put up the bread and I'm always willing to do that. I learned that from Elon Musk. He sold $1 million cash right there. Boom. And he went broke. He had to borrow money for rent because he created Tesla and SpaceX. Where's he at right now? And the Boring Company. But where's he at right now?
Bro, the richest man on the planet.
Exactly. He has hit that twice already. So if he would have said, "Nah, 170 million, I'm good. Let me buy my mansion. Let me buy the Ferrari. It's lit. That's it. I don't care about nobody." He could have done that, but he didn't. He bet back. He like double. Okay, I believed in you, Elon, once. Let me double back. Let me triple up now.
And what's crazy with Elon is like he didn't come from like a rich family
Oh
either. So
no, no. Yeah,
he could have got his money and been like, I'm
yeah.
cool with my million.
He's
He put it
self-made.
back up. He
He's
put it
he,
back up.
and he put a lot of it. But he put 170 million back up. So if he's willing to do that and look at the success, then we just gotta follow success leaves clues, follows in the footsteps. Jay Z, like I always keep mentioning, what he did, build his own company. Oh, you don't want to give me a company? You don't want to give me a record company? I build one. You don't want to give me an endorsement deal? I make my own brand. You don't want me to drink your champagne? I made my own champagne.
Bro,
Like
Jay
he's
Z is
giving them.
I always talk about Jay Z. They didn't want to sign him, he signed himself. They didn't want to give him a sponsorship, he made his own brand. They were talking crazy on his drinks, he made his own drink. So bossing up. So for the people watching right now, people that are watching later, they're like, yo, Rob, I like your flow. I like the style. I like what you're talking about. Where can they find you? How can they hit you up? How can people contact you right now?
So you can contact me at the Maker of Taste on Instagram. My YouTube is also the Maker of Taste. Um, Definitely reach out. Any questions you got, anything you want to learn. I'm always down to teach anybody. Like I'm really that person. Like you said, I don't care about nobody paying me. And if somebody has a question, needs some advice, like I'm 100% down. Why? Because you have to join things for something bigger than you. When you do things just for you, that's when people get lost. But when you have a higher purpose, a higher calling, a higher reasoning of why, then you walk with that integrity and that humility.
Facts. Guys, you guys got to check out his YouTube channel. His YouTube channel, he has videos from the building that he grew up in all the way to mansions with Lamborghinis down in Florida. You can see his entire journey on YouTube, and his video qualities are 10 times the flames than anybody else's that I know. He's been putting in the work. He invests into himself. So this is the Leave a Legacy show. So I got to ask you, what is the legacy when it's all said and done, when we're both old, the gray hair is coming in, or maybe we got a baldy, who knows? What is the legacy that you want to leave behind?
I want to be the person who beat all odds. That's the legacy I want to leave behind. I want to leave behind that anybody could do it. If I could do it, anybody could do it. Because literally, I had nothing to. I got literally zero advantages in this life. So if I could do it, anybody could do it. I also want to impact a lot of people. Donate to charity, build schools, and just teach people all around the world that you could be better. You don't have to agree with your current situation. You can change it. In my tombstone, I want them to say, "The hope dealer." I brought hope to people who didn't have it.
That is fire, bro. That's not just fire. It's very similar to mine. Like mine is just to inspire. I want to inspire people. Now, whether you take action, that's on you. But I want to give you that sense of inspiration that, like, oh, it's possible. It's possible. And I like what you said, because I've always said that it's possible because I've seen other people do it. Like I've seen you do it. I've seen myself do it. But I like what you said is like, who taught us? Who taught you? So you don't even need that. You don't even need that little bit. And like I said before, like I've always said, if you're born here, you obviously was not born here and you still made it happen. So you really are the true definition of no excuses.
100%, bro. That's the goal, because I literally can't afford excuses. Who's gonna come save me? Nobody. So ain't no money in the world gonna come save me. Nobody's gonna wake up in their bed like, yo, today I need to go help Rob. I need to help myself.
That's fine. So I got some rapid questions, basically some real short answers, real rapid questions. So let's talk about style real quick. If you had to pick one designer brand that you could rock, only one, what would it be?
That's a good question. One designer brand forever. I'll rock Balmain. Balmain.
Balmain. Okay. Number two, what is your favorite place in the world that you've been in? Whether the States, outside of the States, overseas, what's the best and your favorite place that you've ever been in?
Toronto, Canada.
Okay.
Sticks with it.
Now, I seen the footage of it. It looked fire. That, like, the restaurant with the skyline, I gotta go there.
100%.
And I love the fact that you be posting stuff like that, because it be inspiring me. Like, I want to go there now because I saw you post it. So I'm just like, yo, I need to go there. So question number three.
We gonna go there together when they open up.
Let's go. Let's make it happen for sure. Big facts. So what's one word to describe you? There was one word.
I would say resilient.
Let me expand on that. Why resilient?
Because I'm going to make it happen regardless, bro. I'm going to stand out regardless. I believe I wasn't born in this planet with there's 8 billion people to stand in. Like, I'm going to always stand out. Damn, I think we cut off a little bit. I'm going to always stand out, either with my work ethic, either how I'm dressing, either how I'm speaking. I'm always going to stand out. I'm always going to make sure I do it to the maximum ability, because this life is short and one day it's going to end. So I want to give it all while I'm still here.
Big facts. So last and final question. Before 2021 is over, I know, like, we're already halfway done through the year. We've been closed. We've been inside the house for halfway through a year, but stuff is opening back up. What is one thing that you need to accomplish in 2021? What is one thing that you need to accomplish before 2021 ends?
That's a great question. I have two things. I want to make $1 million. And I'm buying my parents a house. So that's gonna be big, nice Florida crib. Get them out this, because that's gonna be my biggest accomplishment. I'm gonna be like, I survived the hood. Shit. I survive. That's gonna be like I'm gonna have a whole Instagram, Papa do YouTube, all that. I survive.
Facts. Yo, and people, again, where we come from, y'all, a lot of people don't make it out.
Oh hell no.
A lot of people don't make it out. I'm out right now. I'm gone. Like I left. I'm in Cali right now. I'm in the suburbs. I'm chilling. I'm enjoying life. My brother Rob has made it out, and I love the fact that you went back to the neighborhood for this video. I love it because a lot of people might think, I know, I get this. Like, oh, you made it out. You don't relate to what's going on right now. It's like, bro, I've been there for 30 years. What you mean?
I've been there for a long time. That doesn't mean I need to be there right now, but I've been there for a long time. And we can actually relate more because we are there and we got out. So we have both sides. We have the in and the out. So we actually can relate a lot to anybody. And I feel like the world is not yet a place, and I'm gonna be honest, that congratulates people like me and you. Because we're not flashing, we're not living a fictitious life. Like the life we present, that's really what we're living. The clothes we wear, that's really our clothes. Cars we drive are really our cars. Trips we took, we actually paid for them. But there's gonna come a time where people are gonna think back and they're gonna say, "Wow, these guys were really able to make it out of here." And that time is gonna come later. But definitely, where we come from, people don't make it 9 times out of 10. You might correct me if I'm wrong, because they don't want to.
Yeah, no, that's facts.
Like, yeah, it's more difficult, but bro, you're not doing nothing. You wake up at 5 p.m. to go smoke, to go chill on the block, to then go home. Like, you're not doing nothing. You can make it out. It's possible. And especially you got people like us who did make it out. So they need to humble themselves, hit us up, yo, how you did it, and then follow through.
That's facts. So one more time, leave your contact, leave your information. I'm gonna make sure I put everything in the bio, in the description, so people can reach out to you. So one more time, what's your information for people to hit you up
The
at?
Maker of Taste on Instagram, The Maker of Taste on YouTube, family. I'm so happy and grateful to be here. I'm so happy to be with my brother Brian, making it happen. We're gonna blow this thing up. As soon as them other businesses take off, we're running it back. We're running the play again.
For sure, for sure. I appreciate for making time and being on here. Like I said, you've always been helpful. Always just like, what is it that you need? I'm here. And he's not just like that with me, y'all. I've seen him be like this for anybody. So if you have any questions, hit him up. Hit him up. My man is the flyest person I know, making impact no matter what he got on. So
I appreciate you, my brother. Take care.
Have a good one, man. Enjoy the rest of the day for sure.
Thank you.
So again, that was my brother Rob, Maker of Taste. I'm so happy that I got to see him. I haven't seen him since I moved basically from New York to California. And my brother is still making it move, still making it happen, still making moves. As you can see, he's been all over. He's always running a play. He's always busy. So make sure you tune into him. Instagram, The Maker of Taste, everything together. His YouTube channel, Fire, The Maker of Taste, all together. If you're watching this live, shout out to all the 8 people that are watching this live. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. Make sure you subscribe, because I am going to have Rob, the Maker of Taste, back on this show. And we're going to continue talking about business. We're going to continue talking about our paths and what we got going on next. So, again, it's your boy Royal King Brian, a.k.a. Brian. Thank you guys for tuning in for the Leave a Legacy show. I hope you guys enjoy. Please leave a like on this video. Please leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys on the next episode number 5, y'all. We already have another guest as well, so you already know we're running it up. Have a good one, y'all. Enjoy. Peace.